Mafia: The Old Country is modern day movie slop and is so unbelievably boring that it will put you to sleep. This game could genuinely be used as a cure for insomnia. It's a movie game snooze fest and you legitimately barely even feel like you're playing a game because the majority of the game is either watching a cutscene or holding a stick forward to go from one cutscene to the next. If this was a Sony game, it would be given a 10 out of 10 by all the mainstream media critics. It takes over 2 hours for you to be able to shoot a gun. I repeat, it takes over 2 hours to be able to shoot a gun in a Mafia game. In a game about being in the Mafia, a game that's only about 12 hours long, it takes over 2 hours of that before you get to shoot. Just want to say this. I'm at almost exactly 2 hours and 15 minutes into the game. A couple minutes ago, I said it was probably intentional that we hadn't shot a gun at the 2 hour point. I mean, if you needed anything else to confirm what I was just saying, we're gonna get to shoot a gun finally at 2 hours and 15 minutes, basically exactly into the game. That's intentional to get you past the refund window. You can't convince me otherwise. Like, I know I get a little schizo sometimes, but yeah. You can't convince me fucking otherwise. You know the really boring first about 10 hours of Red Dead Redemption 2 that make that game really hard to replay? This entire game reminds me of that, only not as good. It wouldn't be that bad if there was more genuine gameplay. I don't even really know if this qualifies as a game. It's more like a 12-hour movie playing one okay but slightly boring story. And this is kind of par for the course with Mafia games. Solid narratives, but they're pretty shit everywhere else. They were definitely some of the OG movie games. A lot of people are saying that the narrative is like really good, and I just don't really get it, honestly. It's not awful, I'm not saying that. It's just okay. Fortunately, it's not infested with woke politics. Put those grippers away. What the fuck? What was with the close-up of the feet?
Put on your shoes.
Again? What the fuck? What's with the fucking feet? Bruh, this game is not a Kojima game. Maybe they consulted fucking Kojima on this shit. Feet scanned. It's a perfectly average and acceptable story. It's just a bit boring, which is compounded by how boring the rest of the game is. And the length of the game isn't the problem. I can play a great 10-hour game and enjoy it far more than a 200-hour game that's just mediocre. I don't really think in terms of playtime. I think in terms of how much I enjoyed the experience. The problem is just how boring this game is and just how little of the game is actual gameplay. Hope you like carrying crates. They've also added what's basically the Last of Us listen mode. Yep, they added X-ray vision to the game because why not? Every other game is doing it now. And it's kind of needed in this game because there's a few forced stealth segments and a few more segments where stealth is heavily encouraged. And the stealth is really easy considering half the time the AI stands facing walls, or you can just walk right past them and they won't even notice you. The AI are legitimately retarded and blind. And the knife that you can use to stealth kill it has durability, and your choking animation is almost as fast, so the knife feels pretty pointless in the stealth scenarios. There's also legitimately like 10 times where you're forced to have 1v1 knife fights. It has generic knife fights. You do like 10 of them throughout the story, and of course there's a parry and dodge mechanic. What is this, fucking Dark Souls? Yeah, let's kill the socialists. Let's go. Fuck up the socialists. Oh, he's bald too. What a loser. He's a bald socialist. He should be wiped from the gene pool. No, kill him. Let's go. Oh, you didn't kill him. You bitched out. Now I'm going to add some spoilers right here, so this is your one and only warning to click off the video right now. The final mission of the game is a stealth mission where you walk right next to the enemies and they don't notice you. And the final fight is a stealth knife fight that was brain dead easy.
has gone too far.
And it was really fucking easy too, holy shit. You can't make this shit up. Let's talk about the main appeal of the gameplay, which of course is the gunfights. There's nothing wrong with them, but they're just generic third-person cover shooting. The guns do feel and sound pretty good though, I gotta give them that. I'm personally not a fan of shaky aiming in the game, but this game was already so brain dead baby easy that I'm glad it was there just to keep the game from being even easier. Now on top of the combat, there's also riding horses and a really jank horse race. It definitely seems scripted with an assload of rubber banding. It's hilariously awful. The horse riding though is perfectly acceptable when you're not in that race. The environment is actually really aesthetically pleasing, and if I liked the game more, I wouldn't mind riding a horse around from point A to point B. Kudos to the people who did the environmental design, it does look really nice. There's also driving cars in the game, which is also fine. It's a little sloppy, but I can get used to it, so I did have fun with it, and one of the bonus cars is fast as hell. There's a car race too, and it's definitely better than that jank-ass horse race. The music in the game is pretty good as well, definitely that cinematic music that you won't remember long term, but it still feels like it adds to each moment in a positive way. The game does run somewhat poorly, especially when it's clearly loading areas, because it drops a million frames and will stutter really hard, but once things are loaded in, it's pretty stable. It's an Unreal Engine 5 game, so good looks and stutters are basically a guarantee. After a few patches, it'll probably be really stable. This is definitely a textbook Mafia game. It would be a decently entertaining movie, but this is a video game, not a movie. I want to play it, not watch it. It feels like everything wrong with modern gaming, except it's not riddled with progressive politics like I said before. It's boring, it's brain dead, it's extremely slow paced, it holds your hand constantly, it's slop. And when it does finally pick up a little bit towards the end of the game, it ends. At least it wasn't a waste of $70, but it was still a waste of $50. I would say if you're not a fan of the Mafia games, then you should definitely wait for a sale. And if you are a fan of the Mafia games, you probably already left an asinine comment and didn't make it to this point in the video anyway. Keep consuming the slop, you subhuman bugman. I would say this game is definitely better than Mafia 3, but that's not exactly a high bar. Mafia 3 had its own unique series of problems, but Mafia the Old Country is still a deeply flawed and just not a very fun experience. If you enjoyed some of the clips I used in this video, I'm probably gonna live stream more games that I'm playing for reviews, so subscribe for that. If you enjoyed the video in general, leave a like, subscribe, turn on post notifications, all that good shit. It really does help the channel grow a ton. Consider becoming a channel member or checking out my locals if you wish to support me further. But as always guys, this has been your boy Drinker, and I'm out of here. Peace.